Yo, 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 yo. What it is, we is back. Took a nap early. Woke up late. But we back anyway, you heard me. Yo, we still looking for NLE, not NLE. We still looking for making a bad chopper, y'all. We haven't found making a bad chopper since the Diddy verdict has been released. And just like we was worried about Jaguar right before we found her, we worried about Chopper, man. Somebody need to do a wellness check on him. Proud of what it is. Yeah, we need a wellness check done on making the band Chopper. I think he might have hurt himself, y'all. I think the Diddy verdict might have been too much for him. Yeah, man. I think the Diddy verdict might have been too much for him, y'all. I don't, a lot of people thought Diddy was done, and now it's becoming evident that he ain't. Skyhook, what it is. I think it's becoming evident that he ain't. So a lot of these people are either disappearing or committing suicide. I don't know what they're doing. They could be doing evil. They could be committing suicide or disappearing. But either way, we need to hear from them people, man. They need to write. If they committing suicide, they need to write a motherfucking suicide letter. Yeah, I mean, so we can know how they felt before they did what they did. Like, I'm worried about the nigga, man. I enjoyed watching them. Yeah, I enjoyed watching these people throughout this whole ordeal, man. I thought they was gonna last forever, but it seemed like they flamed out. Yeah, man, niggas that flamed out. He was a shooting star, man. God damn, the whole time. Fucking making a bad chop was a super. What you call it? A shooting star, man. Yeah, man, where that nigga at, man? We need that nigga, man, to end that missile. I want to hear his take on the verdict. You know, Ben, so he went to court. You know, he did go to court. Yeah, I mean, it's only right that we hear from him. Last time we heard from him, let me see what he said. What did Chopper say? Chopper goes to Diddy court date. What that nigga say when he went to court? Charlene, what it is? Last time I heard from Chopper. This is what the nigga said, man. Did we say last I heard though? Man, happy birthday to Charlene, man. God damn it, happy birthday, Charlene. They are the men and... Yeah, I see he's still talking. Talking stupid. Matter of fact, speaking of y'all, the nigga Doggy Diamonds interviewed his ass. Talking about, I'm a street nigga and da. Nigga, ain't nobody trying that street shit, nigga. You was wishing jail on that man. That man, he's wishing jail on that man. Y'all, Charlene birthday, y'all. Hey, Nico, shut your ass up. Look, now, Now he talking he's ready to kill Diddy. Hold on,
So
y'all.
when was it over? Like, was it?
Now he went from wishing jail on the man to now I was gonna kill him. Nigga, you wasn't gonna do a goddamn thing, nigga. That nigga Diddy had you shaking in your boots, nigga. Now he was gonna kill him. Nigga wasn't killing shit. Bluffing ass nigga. Check you out.
Was it a conversation y'all dropped, or we want to leave? Like, how did it end?
It ended for me. Nigga Diddy put me in the room. Like I tell you, he was basically told me to cut my mic off. I guess it was coming to an end. I used to trip about everything. I used to, all the sucker shit. You see the cheesecake walk. You see me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm always being rebellious. Like bro, you crazy? Cause I'm from the street, bro. Like I was selling dope before this. Like I ain't like these.
I was selling dope before this, nigga. It went from selling dope to wishing nigga go to jail for life. These niggas crazy.
People who this they
Well,
dream.
at least he did show his face. You know, we still looking for Choppa. So we done found, you know, he ain't go nowhere. Jane Dale's still living. Jaguar Wright is in hiding, but she around. You know, if you lift up, if you search the crevices of the world, you'll find Jaguar Wright. But we ain't heard from Choppa.
And all that, and they'll do anything for it. No, I'm not doing nothing. I wasn't like that. Yeah, I wasn't like that. So I was always ready. Send me home. I kept everything. Mm-hmm. Send me home. But they, for some reason, you know, they didn't want to send me home because I was a real talent to them. I wasn't no personality for the TV.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So one day he just called me in. He's like, man, he told me to come on White Gold. He said, man, you around. He explained the whole situation to me, and I understood it differently. He like, you know what this is? Like, this is promotion. This is woo. Like, you got to sell records when this shit over. I'm bringing you out. I want Ness and Sarah. He said, I don't care about Sarah. She can go back to Detroit and let her husband, so. I ain't gonna talk about it like that because that's my sister.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like, Choppa, I don't give a fuck. Dylan, you think I give a fuck about a Dylan? He was like, man, I need you to keep Babs and Ness out of trouble and keep yourself out of trouble. He was like explaining to me how it was only a TV show and that everything he had asked us to do was only for us. So later when the camera's gone, you know, we can still use our success from the TV to sell records.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, this stuff is going to go down in history. So he basically he knew like a lot of stuff he did was kind of like, you know, like sucker shit. But he was explaining it like, man, this going to benefit y'all when it's all over. These cameras ain't going to be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
And once he told me the plan, I had done went home because him had done gotten some shit where he had done threatened me, like, and this is like the first time. Man, this nigga was cool as fuck before this, like not best of friends, but he respected my mom.
Man,
so
straight up, Charlene, that's
we had
a
got
blessing.
into something in his lobby where a bunch of cameras was around, and he was like, "I buy every house in your neighborhood." He was like, nigga, he was trying to say I ain't bad. He was like, "I buy every house in your neighborhood, and every time you come out, nigga, somebody will get popped." So I'm thinking like,
talking about pop
now,
like pop.
Now listen,
that shit scared him half to death, y'all. That nigga ain't been the same since Diddy told him that. Diddy told him that shit. That nigga been scared ever since. That nigga tucked his tail for 25 years. And soon as Diddy got booked, here he come. Here he come with a buck 7-11. That nigga crazy. I'm a street nigga. Nah, nigga, that ain't no street nigga shit. That's bitch nigga shit, bro.
Another nigga tell you this,
Mm-hmm.
man, you get your goofy ass on, man. Like, you ready? Get your animated ass. But when a nigga like Puffy tell you that, you go to picturing the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I humbled myself real quick enough. But what he did do was he turned me up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? By him doing that, I was like, all right, I got something for you. Because I was like, yo, you control my whole schedule, bro. I'm not finna, you could send me to Detroit and get me knocked the fuck off. You get what I'm saying? You can get a nigga my hotel room and everything. So I felt like, I never felt like, not extorted, but like when a nigga got
you felt like a bitch
hand on me. So when my first time getting up out of that
you
bitch,
felt like a bitch.
he was like, come back so we could do it. He exactly that last meeting that y'all see on TV when he broke the band up. That was supposed to be the meeting where he kept Babs and me and Ness. I guess he was gonna turn them into some type of group. Babs told me later that they wanted them to be a Bonnie and Clyde type thing. But he had done told me to keep Baz and Ness out of trouble. Keep yourself out of trouble, man. You gonna sell records, because he know I write. Like I used to write for Sarah. I used to, you know what I'm saying? He know I write. You know what I'm saying? I'm a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sarah career went nowhere, man.
He had plans for me to be a solo artist. He wanted me to be the solo artist. He wanted me to take the reins and run with him. But I was like,
no.
Nigga, I can't hang with you. I can't be around you. Like, I want to get from around you right now. So soon, I had never got to go home like everybody else. But my first time getting to go home, I never returned. That's why, if everybody remember, I didn't do the Dave Chappelle show. Because I was like, that's the same. All this happened and transpired at the same time. We got to go home. And Dave Chappelle was like, I need y'all to come back in 2 days. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make that, right? But I'm just trying to get home. Because I'm trying to get the fuck from around this nigga, you feel me? So when we went home, I never came back.
Later.
So was it a vibe? It was an aura? Was it something that you seen? Or when he said what he said that you was like, I don't want to be around?
Said, like, I'm the type of nigga, man, when you threaten me, it's up. Like, I was outside the studio the whole night. Mm-hmm. And I'm tell you how funny God worked. I could talk about.
Yeah, this nigga crazy. Yo said it was up, but he ain't do nothing. All these years. That nigga waited 75 years and 2 days to finally speak up. If you was that disrespectful, you should have did something. Yo, Diddy was in the limelight every day. Yeah, he bluffing like a motherfucker, bro. Old bluffing ass nigga. Diddy was in the limelight every day, nigga. You had ample opportunity to do anything you wanted to do, nigga. And chose to do nothing. Wait till that man got booked now, so you got so much to say. You old bluffing ass nigga.
Not because nothing ever transpired, and one of them dudes that I was with, I had a heart attack then, so, I ain't getting nobody in trouble. But we sitting across the street in the G-Wagon. I got the Mac on my lap. He got a 38 on. We done. We sitting right across. It's a parking lot like across the street, and then it's an alley that'll shoot us right to the street, a one-way street that's gonna go straight to the West Side Highway. So I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? So we had done did our little homework. We had done figured, watched the block, make sure with no police part out there. So we sat outside for 2 or 3 hours waiting on this nigga to come out, and he never showed up.
You was gonna,
I knew he.
You was gonna give it to him?
Yeah, hell, fuck you. I don't play like that. He was gonna get everything he asked for.
So what happened? what was it? That was just a one-time thing? This nigga's crazy. I'm trying to get a one-time. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Yo, but we ain't talking about. Here we looking for Choppa, yo. So last time we seen Choppa was a month ago, man. Choppa has been gone, y'all, for at least 2 weeks now. Nobody's seen him. I restarted my sources. Ain't nobody seen him. You know what I mean? We need to hear from Choppa, y'all. Choppa owes us an explanation. Out here going to court and shit.
How you back, my man? You already know what we gotta talk about, man.
Yeah.
Week 1 and week 2 of this trial, man.
1 and 2.
And if I'm not mistaken, you was at the trial, right? You seen Diddy, right?
I was at the trial. I went to the trial for
Cause I'm a bitch.
solidification. Really, you dig? I'm still under contract with. I didn't understand this here until after I did all the dialogue. I didn't want to say that. You heard me on a recent interviews I've done, but I had to go find out myself that I'm still under contract with the Bad Boy deal. He signed off the whole way, but he never signed off the last 3 slips, which means I'm still under Bad Boy until he finally signed the last 3 slips.
Put an album out,
So my lawyer, which is Jeff Gandel, told me basically, until something happens on this trial, you're kind of still stuck with them until Diddy sign off. But by lawyer.
So yeah, he went to court to see him buried. That nigga said, only way I get out my deals if Diddy go to prison for life. This nigga crazy, yo. That man wanted that man in prison for life, yo. Only way he got his deal. Ain't like he dropping music. Did the nigga music ever sell? Do Choppa have any hits? Do anybody know if Choppa got any hits? Last time I seen Choppa, he was on PC walking down the hallway with police and shit. So I don't know about his musical talents. Last time I seen Choppa, he was in Towson on protective custody. Now he on the internet, faking gangster. Going to niggas' trials and shit. Want to see niggas buried. I thought you went to trials to support people. You know what I mean? I ain't know niggas went to trials to see niggas get buried. Like, we living in a different time in society, y'all.
You heard me? He has to sign the papers. So I went up there myself. I wanted him to see me.
I bet
It
you
did,
did.
courtesy of the Justice situation and Janice Combs owning my publishing and all this shit. I wanted to go up there. I wanted them people to see my face. So I went up there. When I went up
That's
there,
all it
I
is,
was
disgruntled
anxious. I'm not even gonna
employees.
much lie to you, because it was a bittersweet situation, bruh. Bittersweet because of the things that transpired with me.
The moments that last forever go
Hey,
beyond what
Art.
we see on the court.
We need somebody tell Art we need a motherfucking new Choppa interview immediately.
Situation with Diddy and how it went down that wasn't right on my end, as well as it wasn't right on his end. I'm not going to be biased and just straight blame him for all the things that transpired, but I 100% can say that he's responsible for a lot of things that I wasn't able to do with my career moving forward. So when I went to the courtroom, it was packed. I'm not even going to lie to you, brother. It was packed. It was pandemonium.
Yo, do
People
New
were happy
Orleans
to
vouch
see
for
me.
this
I ain't
nigga?
gonna lie, I was low key though. I was low key, but I took my hoodie off. I went in there, because it's a public, whatever you dig. Anybody can practically go in there, kinda. So I went in there, and people knew my face. And the first person I seen was Cassie. I seen Cassie. She gave me a little smirk on her face. I knew what the smirk was. If the smirk was like, "Wow, Chops here," right?
She
And she was kind
probably
of happy.
she probably looked at that nigga like, oh, your bitch ass really came to court. Cassie ain't even want to be there. Yo, this nigga came to court and Cassie didn't even want to be there. And she was supposed to be a victim. She probably looked at this nigga like, you old dirty bitch. Like, what the fuck did he do for you? All Diddy ever did was try to help your motherfucking ass. He put you on the show, ain't nobody know you, and you turn around, and this is how you repay him. That's what Cassie really was thinking. If Cassie was to do an interview, I guarantee if they asked Cassie, what was your thought when you seen Choppa? She probably just gonna shake her head like, I couldn't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, I never thought I'd see PC Choppa coming in the courtroom.
Happy to see me. Then I look over to my left and I see the whole Combs family. I seen Janice, his children was there, the twin girls was there, his other daughter was there, all the little cornballs, his little sons was there. You dig? And they gave me the most meanest mug in the world. Right, and Diddy come out, right, and Diddy looked like he about a good 99 years old, but he still had a great characteristical attitude with himself, meaning I can tell, you heard me, that he's keeping his head up in there, even though it's so hard for him. I can tell that it's hard for him by me going through that sex trafficking situation a couple years ago. But I can also tell that he's keeping his head up. Maybe not for the situation, bruh, but most definitely for his family. He stands strong for his family. And he looked at me.
Everybody
and when
disgusted.
he looked at me like, you big ass nigga.
I bet he did.
And I looked at him like, you was a big ass nigga too, right?
Yo, think about that though, y'all. That nigga waited till Diddy was behind the motherfucker, was in cuffs, to look at him and say that. He waited till he was in cuffs, y'all. He didn't see him on the streets. He ain't pull up to Bad Boy Incorporated. He ain't go to New York. That man waited till Diddy was in cuffs to say, man, you's a bitch ass nigga too. No, hell no. You can't call yo a bitch when you there to see him go down. What's up, Chelsea? Yo, this nigga crazy. Like, he talking about this. He talking about it like what he did was respectable or something. Like, yo, you went to court to see a man fail, man. You don't get no respect for that Chopper. You don't get no respect for that pimping. Talk about, yeah, he looked at me like you was a bitch ass nigga. He should have looked at you. He probably was disgusted. Like, I can't believe this nigga. I gave this nigga an opportunity. He want to see me down.
And I stayed there. And I watched the whole thing transpire. But basically what they was doing in there was jury selection. But yeah, I definitely was there, and it was definitely a eerie feeling. Like I didn't belong there. That was the look they had on the Combs family had on their face.
Didn't belong
But
there.
I definitely belonged there. Chopper City go everywhere. I'm me. Believe that. And I was proud of myself that I was there. And
I was
I
disgusted.
don't know, that's what happened.
I was disgusted he was there. I ain't gonna lie. Like he might have been proud of himself, but I was disgusted. I couldn't believe. I was appalled. Like this nigga really went to court. All this nigga online talking all this New Orleans shit, and I fuck with New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans co-signed this nigga. If you talk to the streets of New Orleans and they be like, yo, what's up with this nigga Choppa? How y'all feel about him going to court? I guarantee they get on his ass. Some real niggas down there, man. Niggas ain't standing for that.
Just went up there, seen it. Diddy looked at me like F me. His family looked like F me, and I looked like love you bitches too.
Yeah, he went
The
to
end.
court.
That's how I went. Yeah. Yeah, I was there.
It
Now
wasn't
we
no
gotta go
jury
help people
selection.
customize and save
He
hundreds
lying.
with Liberty Mutual.
It wasn't jury selection. Like you said, you can't be present. It wasn't jury selection. That shit was like day 2, day 3, or 4 of the trial, man. I remember he was with. I was disgusted. I said, damn, this nigga, he done went from PC to being a motherfucking bailiff in the court. Not surprising.
And also, I forgot to say this here. When Diddy looked at me, he looked at me like you bitch ass nigga. Obviously, for what I spoke my truth. You heard me on all the dialogue, but he actually looked at me in disappointment. You heard me. He looked at me like I have no right to be up there. He looked at me like he was like, I don't know. It was eerie. It was like,
Should
how
have dropped
could
the
you do
bag
this
on
to
your
me?
motherfucking
But
ass.
deep down,
I just dropped the
I
bag
looked
on
at
his
him
ass
like,
as soon as he left the
how could
courtroom.
you do this to me? You understand?
Right, it's like
the
a
life
whole
that I had to
female. I
live.
spoke my truth.
From
Y'all just been speaking his truth. Yo, I keep telling y'all, yo, we gotta get rid of that my truth shit, yo. It's only one truth and it's lies. Everybody, we cannot be out here walking around with individual truths. Like, yo, I don't think that's conducive to a healthy environment. You feel me? Like, if I got my truth and you got your truth, then what the fuck is the truth? You know what I mean? Because my truth might be different than yours. So if my truth is different than yours, then we ain't never gonna get to the truth because basically the truth don't exist. The truth is opinions now, yo. You know what I mean? Everybody's truth is their own opinion. Like the truth is out the window. 2025, we're gonna have a funeral for the truth because it ain't no truth no more. It's your truth, it's my truth. It don't matter if we disagree. I'm standing on my truth, you standing on yours, and we'll never get to the bottom of it because my truth ain't yours and yours ain't mine. Like, just think about how that shit sounds. I thought that shit sounds stupid. Then why so many people, grown men, I ain't talking about the women, but grown men going around talking about, yo, I'm speaking my truth. The fuck does that even mean? Like, yo, can you explain that? Yo, if a nigga said on my platform, I make him explain it. Like, yo, exactly what do you mean by your truth? Like, so if this is your truth and somebody else counters that, is that their truth? But what if that person lying? Or what if you lie? Then where do the truth lie? Do the truth lie somewhere in the middle? I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe the truth lies in the middle. But in the world that we living in, your truth don't exist. Truth don't exist, yo. Everybody got their own. Your truth is subjective. Truth then became subjective in 2025. Like it ain't direct. It's just subjective. You know, it can be anything. Like these niggas sound stupid. Y'all hate every time I hear a grown man say that shit. This shit pissed me off. My truth. Some shit, my man.
you doing bad business with me, and I've done everything right. You heard me with the bad boy situation. The
Exactly,
songs that you stole
and
from me, you know, from the Khalees, not Milkshake B, but Bossy B, to all that that I've done behind the scenes and on the scenes that you took from me and give me nothing. You gave me nothing. You left me to be down here in New Orleans, Louisiana, especially during Katrina, when I had to give my savings to my family. To be honest with you, from the Bad Boy South situation, I signed a $500,000 deal. Uncle Sam took practically 190 of that, left me with practically at least 300 and some thousand. When Diddy said,
you see, you hear this shit though, yo. So that's Diddy fault. You had $300 something thousand, bro. Yo, most people will never see 300 something thousand at once. You had 300 something thousand, my nigga. Diddy gave you that. He fucked it up. And then now he's mad at Diddy. Yo, most people, yo, once you sign a deal, you don't get no other check. You know what I mean? I think it's 2025. I think most people understand that. Once you sign a deal, that's it. You know what I mean? They trying to recoup that. All your money come from shows. So if you ain't doing no shows, you ain't getting no money. That man had 300 something thousand dollars and went broke, and now he mad at Diddy. So these people is crazy, man. If Diddy gave me 300 something thousand, I wouldn't have had nothing bad to say about Diddy. You heard me? If Diddy signed me right now for 350,000, 500,000, yo, I wouldn't say not one bad word about Diddy. You heard me? I can't complain. If I fucked the money up, yo, that's my fault. Man, Diddy gave me an opportunity. He gave me 500,000. I blew it. Salute to Diddy. Yeah, I mean, that's all you gonna get from me. Man, salute to Diddy, man, for putting a real nigga on, man. I fucked it up myself. Yo, none of these people, from Choppa to Gene Deal to Cassie to everybody that been on Diddy, a hate Diddy tour, ain't none of these people taking the responsibility, man. Hey, is that Diddy fault too? Hey, Chelsea, did he blame Diddy for Foxworth taking his $9,000 chain? That nigga blaming Diddy for everything. If you that Chopper teller, he ain't did nothing wrong. It's all Diddy fault. You crazy motherfucker.
Me, because I wasn't trying to be on the road with him or be on the road at all to promote my album, courtesy of Katrina, because no one from outside of New Orleans understood the detrimental situation that has occurred to us. I didn't even understand it. You dig? You know, I'm not used to a Category 5 hurricane. You know, when hurricanes come here, it be Category 3, 2, like that there. You know, it's that you can manage. You know?
So he blaming Diddy for Katrina, y'all. Diddy is the problem for everything going wrong in the world right now. I think we just blame Diddy for everything. Shit, if I hit my knee on the door, this Diddy fault. Fuck that, yo. We just 2025, yo. Everything is Diddy fault. The economy fucked up because of Diddy. Gas prices high because of Diddy. Shit. Donald Trump ain't released the Epstein files because of Diddy. Yo, everything is Diddy fault, y'all. If you listen to these people talk on the fucking internet, yo, everything is Diddy fault. Yeah, but Eric, it's Diddy fault that Katrina happened. Diddy could have did something. Yeah, man, they knew that hurricane was coming. Yo, Diddy could have reached out to the meteorologists and paid them a couple of dollars, yo, you know, so they could get an accurate reading and let the people know that, yo, the hurricane was coming. And then they could have moved out. Chopper would have saved his money. Everything would have been good. Diddy would have been Superman, and Diddy would have saved the day, man. It's fucking like everybody blaming Diddy, yo. This shit crazy.
Understand? I didn't understand the detrimental situation that
hey, yo, that ain't funny, but yeah,
occur.
man.
He didn't either.
I feel you though, Drew. Like he might as well be. Fuck it. You know, since we ain't taking accountability. Shit, Diddy the reason I went to prison. Fuck around with Diddy. If Diddy ain't never come around, I probably would have never went to prison, yo. It's straight up. I don't know how though, you know, but since this is the popular thing to do, you know what I mean? We just blame Diddy for that shit. You know, you sleep a whole lot better at night blaming Diddy. Try it. Let me know how y'all feeling. Try it tonight. Let me know how you feel about it tomorrow. Just blame Diddy for all your problems.
So I can understand why he probably was like, you know, get back on the road. You did, but I couldn't get back on the road. So I gave most of all my money to my family. After I asked this man, say, bro, you owe me another $500,000. I signed $1 million deal. Give me the other $500,000.
Yeah, hold the fuck. Didn't he just say he signed a $500,000 deal? Didn't he just say he signed a $500,000 deal? Now he signed $1 million deal. So how much was the deal for, Chopper? $750? I mean, my bad. I forgot. Yo, this is his truth. So we can't question it. It's his truth. You know what I mean? So if he say it was 500 and then come back a minute later and say it was $1 million, then it was a fucking million. We can't question it because this is his truth, and his truth is subjective to him, and we can't question this shit. Because to me, it sounds crazy. You just said you signed a $500,000 deal. Now you signed $1 million deal and he hold you 100,000. I think this nigga lying. They know that nigga shit. He probably owe Diddy. Did Diddy recoup any money? Matter of Choppa owes Diddy. You probably still owe Diddy 500,000. That nigga probably make $1 off this nigga Choppa. Talking about Diddy owe him. Nigga, you owe Diddy. Nigga, get Diddy his money, nigga. They be changing the narrative, man. Jane Deal got Biggie killed. Choppa owe Diddy money. Who else? Who else we got? Cassie and extortionist. We still putting out. We still ready to put out the Surviving Cassie documentary. Don't forget about that.
Or at least a portion of that, so I can make sure my people straight to get out of the city, and I can be straight to be able to get back on the road. And it's only going to take me maybe a week or two. And he told me no. So at the end of the day, f him. Period. So the disappointment was also my disappointment. You hear me? So if it's me, it's you. Believe that. And that's, you hear me? That's kind of what that was. So I was happy to be there.
That nigga ain't did shit.
Period.
Yo, people will make excuses, yo, when they know they did some flawed shit, boy. I tell you. They make excuses like a motherfucker. There ain't nothing yo said makes sense. That's what it is. They all disgruntled ex-employees, man. When he was around Diddy and making the band, he probably loved Diddy. He probably rubbed Diddy's feet. When Diddy gave him that 500,000, Diddy probably could have got a foot rub from Choppa. Now all of a sudden Diddy owe him money and Diddy did this. Man, Diddy ain't do shit, man. Get Diddy his money back, man. You owe up.
You see, I done took out my slugs. I done took out my diamonds now, huh? I done cleaned it up, mighty baby. I done put the veneers in, baby. That's this the you face. You heard me? Yeah. That dude. Proceed, though.
Yeah, I peeped that. I see you, man. You got the new grill, the new mouthpiece. I peeped that. But I do want to ask you about Diddy appearance. Like, how did he look appearance-wise?
Diddy looked at old. He looked at like his actual age. You dig? How is a 50, close to 60-something-year-old man supposed to look? He looked at like a young elderly man. He looked at like a elderly man that was hip, if that makes sense. He looked like a cool grandpa. You hear me? But like I say, he didn't look distraught. He didn't look stressed or depressed. And I can tell why. Because, when I was in that situation, brother, I couldn't look like that when it was happening to me because my people was there. You dig? So I had to keep my head up and my chin up, you hear me, because of my family. So I could tell that he was still stressed, but yet and still his chin was up, and he looked at pretty cool though. He looked at like if Diddy wasn't rich, he still kept himself up. He had a nice cut, you heard me? I could tell that, you heard me, back there, he's well taken care of. So he didn't look like down bad. He looked at like a elderly hip man. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. He looked at his age. If he wasn't rich. So that's the best answer I can get with that. He looked at his age.
That nigga got joy of that shit.
Gray hair, gray beard, gray. He just was grayed out. But he looked at like a, a young, handsome, older, elderly man. Period. Who had a lot of weight on his shoulder. That's what he looked at like.
I wonder how he gonna look when he come home. I wonder how did he go look to Choppa when he come home? Was he still gonna look the same? That nigga Choppa gonna be scared to death. I would make that nigga. I would have that nigga side the bad boy for life, nigga. What they say is bad boy for life. Choppa beside the bad boy for eternity. Fuck around with me if I was Diddy. He ain't never gonna get that contract now. Put his ass on a death row deal, nigga. 10 albums, nigga. I know it's a clause in there somewhere. Y'all know how them contracts be. I know it's a clause in that bitch somewhere. That nigga Choppa would be on bad boy till he die. what the fuck they call that shit? In perpetuity. That nigga trying to be a bad boy in perpetuity, man. That nigga gonna die on bad boy. And when he died, the royalties gonna go to King Combs. You gonna send the royalties to the twins. Nigga, you ain't gonna get shit off your albums. What's up, Major? Oh, bluffing ass nigga, man.
I see, I see. So when you was in court, how uncomfortable was you when you seen Diddy family? Because I mean, you have been talking a little greasy about him. So
No, I wasn't uncomfortable because at the end of the day, I have to, things that I get worried about, I face. I'm a fearless person. And if I don't face those things, I regret them later.
Oh my
So
God.
at first, I was kind of uncomfortable, but then I said to myself, you didn't come all the way up here to be uncomfortable, bruh. You came up here
To be a
to
bitch.
face the music because I'm not a coward. I
What?
can't just get on platform.
Yo, if that ain't no coward activity, what the fuck do you call a coward? Yo, we didn't change the definition of a coward. Yo, you went to court. Diddy been home. You been under that contract since 1932. Diddy ain't get locked up to 2024, y'all. You had ample enough time to face Diddy. You wait until you're in the confines of the courtroom with sheriffs and police and cameras everywhere. And now you facing the music. Get the fuck out of here, yo. These niggas is crazy.
And speak on anybody without seeing them in their face. So I kind of wanted to face that. Maybe it's the Barone Street in me. Maybe it's the Uptown Third Wall in me. But at the end of the day,
they Uptown Third Wall ain't vouching. I know they ain't vouching for that shit. I know the fuck they ain't. Especially when they found out you was on PC. I know Uptown and Third Wall ain't vouching for that PC shit you just did. I need to talk to somebody from New Orleans. And old lady, where you at? I need some New Orleans representatives. Big Low. Is niggas co-signing this behavior? It was 1932. That's how long Choppa been under contract. Choppa been under contract with Bad Boys in 1932. He waited to 2024 to face 2025 to face Diddy.
face our fears. So I felt really good facing something that was a little weary to me, because a lot of people can get on these platforms and speak on people or even speak down on people. That's why I try my best to be my best when I speak on someone. I can just speak my truth. I try not to be biased. I try to be a 100% solid person towards when I'm facing something. My chin can stay up and I'm not a coward about it. You heard me? That makes sense?
No.
If I could speak,
I'd be like, no.
on any
I'd be like, no, Choppa, can you elaborate a little bit more? Because to me, it sounded like that was some bitch ass shit, bro. Like, yo, you wanted to see that man buried, man. That's why we need to hear from him now. Man, sweet the grandma, man. Straight up, that's 93. What's the baby, 93? That's a blessing right there. That's why we need to hear from Choppa, yo. Because we need to update it. We need an update on Choppa. Like I said, I restarted my sources. Haven't heard nothing back. And these are sources that's close to the situation. I mean, don't forget I got sources now. Me and Tisa Tells we share the same sources. So, yeah, my source that's close to the situation say Choppa ain't doing well. They haven't even heard from him. Hey, track this nigga down. You done found him. You've been tracking that nigga down since Diddy was getting locked up and going through the court proceedings. Find this nigga. Please. Because we need to hear from him.
platform, I should be able to face you as well. So that's just the real Uptown to me. I'm going to face whatever I speak on, period. I don't do no coward moves, so I felt great about it.
Oh my God. Get this nigga off the screen. Yo really think he ain't do a coward move. Somebody need to tell him. Yo, is anybody going to tell Choppa? Somebody need to tell him, man. Yo, that was, it don't get no more cowardly than that. We ain't heard from him in a month. Nigga been gone. Ain't nobody heard from him. He's on every platform. And now he's gone. He just disappeared off the face of the earth. He just disappeared, man. I don't know. Worry about him. Like I said, come back eventually. It's probably devastating, man. A lot of these guys are devastated. Like they really thought in their heart of hearts, in their truths, that Diddy was gonna never see the light of day. And now they getting closer. I did go to sleep. I'm back, North Memphis. I can't sleep that long, man. I can't sleep for hours. I don't know, y'all. I'm sure she. I think she. I don't know what Tissa Tells doing.
I chose Wix for
It's
my
like
business
last couple
it's
times I tried to play
massive
Tissa
scope
Tells videos. They fucked my live up. I think we've been going too hard on Tissa, man. I think we've been going too hard on Tissa Tells, man. YouTube getting angry. Might gotta leave her alone for a minute.
functionality and
But she's still lying. She just was lying yesterday. I'm sure she lied today. She lies every day. She ain't deal with his heartbreaking testimony. Oh my God. These niggas is crazy. Yo, I can talk about these niggas for the next year. Like, yo, these niggas is crazy, yo. Like, I can't believe they did this. Yeah, they scrambled. It's great.
How you feel about Cassie testifying that Diddy would make male escorts urinate in her mouth?
I don't think Diddy made male escorts urinate in her mouth because 99% of the time, a woman isn't going to let you, no matter who you are, urinate in her mouth. Period. I think Cassie wanted the dudes to urinate in her mouth. I think Cassie was as freaky as Diddy was. It just sounds good for the prosecutors to put it out there.
Just like
because at this moment, Diddy can't.
Just like it sounds good to say. Just like it sounds good to say Diddy owed you $500,000. It all sounds good, my nigga. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what these guys do. They try to play both sides of the field. On one interview, Diddy owe you $300,000 and Diddy did this and Diddy did that. Then on the next interview, I don't think Diddy did that to Cassie. Nigga, you don't think nothing. You just over this bitch talking because you got lips, nigga.
Now from
Hey, I don't know, Chelsea. More indictments on what, Chelsea? What they gonna indict Diddy on? You think? Hey, Chelsea, you think the federal government ready to take another chance and lose? They ain't doing that, man. They done. Man, straight up, man. Yeah, we making freak offs great again. You know what I mean? When Diddy come on, he got the biggest freak off in the world. Tissa Tell's gonna be there. She invited. We still waiting to get a response. She got till Friday. Tissa Tell's got till Friday to accept the freak off. If not, it's a wrap. Diddy on her ass. You can't turn Diddy down. If Diddy offer you a freak off, if Diddy give you an invitation to a freak off and you decline, oh my God, if you think what he did to motherfucking Jane Doe was bad, you ain't gonna believe what's gonna happen with Tissa Tells. I think that money already gone. Cassie ready to get that money back. Them sex workers coming for that bread. Cassie fucked that money up, man. She should have stayed quiet. She should have took her money in silence. Chelsea, ain't no new charges coming. Don't believe that. Don't anybody tell you that new charges is coming, they just lying. There ain't no new charges coming. Ain't no state charges coming. Ain't none of that. They don't wanna cause Diddy still got money to fight. They don't want to go against that legal team again, man. That legal team gonna crush the state case. Yeah, man. Y'all know it's a money game, y'all. Like I've been telling y'all from the beginning, you don't spend $20 million to lose. Like that probably never happened. The only way that happens if Diddy was to get arrested on the same case 3 more times or 2 more times. On the third one, they gonna get him. You know what I mean? But the first try, you spend $20 million, you're not losing no case. It's a money system, y'all. It's all about money, man. Just like it was money that was being used. Bill Cosby didn't have Diddy money. North Memphis. Yeah, hell yeah, Diddy went from being a billionaire to 400 million. It definitely crushed his pockets. But Bill Cosby didn't have Diddy money. Diddy got different kind of money. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby was old as shit. And they took advantage of Bill Cosby. That's why Bill Cosby gave that time back. Bill Cosby had a plea deal for 18 months. He had a plea deal for 18 months, man. The lawyer was in on the play. The lawyer didn't tell him about the deal. That's why the Bill Cosby case got overturned. Misconduct. Bill Cosby ain't got no... Bill Cosby don't got more money than Diddy, North Memphis. I don't know who told you that. But he don't. They weren't even getting that much money back in the day. When Bill Cosby was in his prime, they wasn't making that much money. You don't want to bet that. You do not want to bet that. What is Bill Cosby's net worth? $10 million. The most Bill Cosby was ever worth was $400 million. Bill Cosby don't got Diddy money, man. Yeah, but he don't got Diddy money. You know what I mean? He didn't have the legal team. Plus, Bill Cosby was 80. They took advantage of Bill Cosby. That's why he gave his time back. Ain't no more indictments coming. I don't know why people still selling that drain. There's only people selling people that story is people that don't want to acknowledge the fact that they've been lying, so they still lying and still lying. I seen a video with T. Tells talking about what happened to the obstruction charge. I told y'all when she was talking that shit, ain't no obstruction. What happened to the other cell phone? He didn't turn the other cell phone in. That supposed to be obstruction of justice. I know the fuck it ain't. You better find this bitch. I'm not obligated to turn no cell phone in. If you raid my motherfucking house and you don't find the phone, then who the fuck fault is that? You can't charge me with obstruction for you not being able to find the phone. That's just T. Tells don't know nothing.
Court documents that she also said that she was telling these male escorts to urinate in her mouth. It's two sides to a story, bro, and I'm not taking no Diddy side.
And Netflix,
because I'm not biased. But at the end of the day, she was asking the male escorts to urinate in her mouth. Look it up. It's facts. Am I lying?
Yeah, escort testified that it was true.
Come on now. Chop ain't gonna lie. Chop gonna fly to you, but he ain't gonna lie to you.
Chop lie like a motherfucker.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I just don't look at it like a victimizing situation. I look at it like,
thanks, Chop.
This is how I see it, Art. I see it like this here. I think Diddy did her dirty, just like Diddy did the Choppers and the Black Robs and the Shines.
Look, what I tell y'all,
the G-Daps.
All disgruntled employees. That's all these people was, y'all. They was all disgruntled employees. They all sat around Diddy, hung around Diddy, thinking that they was gonna get some type of financial incentive. It didn't go their way, and now you got this nigga. Yeah, you know what I mean? Now you got Gene Dale. You got all these guys that's upset because they was around a billionaire and they didn't benefit. They didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Yo, there's no way I can be mad at a person that gave me $500,000, yo. I'm sorry. I can't. Especially when you know you ain't sold nothing. Like, nigga. Tell my Diddy owe you money. That nigga didn't owe that nigga shit. You lucky Diddy drop a bag on his ass for not recouping. He talking about, I done dropped a bag on Choppa just because I didn't make my money back. You bitch. I done gave you $500,000 and only made $100,000 back. I'm ready to put another $100,000 on you. We just gonna call it even. This nigga out of here. Fucking bluffing ass nigga. I'm dropping a $100,000 bag on his ass. Just cause I didn't make my money back. Nigga crazy, right? You know that A. Kelly, he know his ass shit. How do Diddy owe Choppa? Diddy gave Choppa $500,000. Choppa albums went nowhere. Choppa albums went nothing. They went double wood. He owed Diddy. Yo, most people don't, once you sign a deal, you don't get no more money until they start recouping. So how does Diddy owe him money? He didn't, I'm pretty sure he didn't recoup. I'm willing to bet my motherfucking last dollar in my pocket that Diddy didn't recoup nothing off it. I guarantee it was a loss. How did Diddy owe his money, owe Choppa money, and it was a loss, it wasn't a return on the investment? It's a loss. Ain't nobody violent. Shut up. Hey, Kelly, we just watched the interview and he said Diddy gave him 500,000. He said Diddy gave him 500,000, and after taxes it was 390,000. And then he came back 2 minutes later. He must have forgot what he told us. 2 minutes later, he said he signed a deal for $1 million. But before that, he said he signed a deal for 500,000. So I'm willing to say he signed a deal for 200,000. Because if you can't get the numbers right, then I'm just gonna make my own number up. Oh my God, King Von wasn't a bad person. King Von probably was a better person than Diddy.
And the biggest, rest in peace. I got something to say about that too. I think he did all his art is dirty, and I felt like, courtesy of Cassie dealing with her trainer, who's her husband now, who I have to respect. You dig? I believe that blue-eyed devil told that lady, we need to get compensated for what he put you through. Once he heard that freakish that man done to his wife, aka done with his wife, he felt like we should get compensated for it. Period. Because that's how the blue-eyed people see it. Oh, he done this to my wife. Don't really know the real truth. Say, bro, he know the truth now from what she's testifying against right now. You did, but she ain't tell him all this here. You heard me when she was with this man. I put that on my life, yeah. She ain't tell that man this here until she got on that stand and had to let it go. When she was talking about, the man was ejaculating.
Hey, Kelly, you believe these niggas? These niggas ain't telling the truth, Kelly. Why he wait so long? Why did Choppa wait 642 years to say that? Like, why he didn't say, he could have been said that. That man had years and years and years and years and years to say, yo, Diddy owe me money. Diddy, where the fuck my bread at, bitch? You know what I mean? Diddy, give my motherfucking money before I get on your ass, nigga. Why he wait until the man got locked up to speak? I thought Choppa was mute. Y'all honestly thought Choppa went mute after making the bang. Like, I didn't think he could speak no more, y'all. For real, because we haven't heard nothing from him. We ain't heard no music. We ain't heard no interviews. We ain't heard that nigga say nothing. As soon as did he get locked up, now Choppa can speak again. Like, he could have been said something, man. Don't wait till the man book. No, Callie. I'm talking about Choppa signed his deal with Diddy in 1842. that nigga Choppa signed his deal with Diddy in 1842, making the band came out. It is 2024 when Diddy got arrested. He had 100 and something years to say something to Diddy. He ain't said a goddamn thing. So I don't want to hear that shit. Don't say nothing now. If you ain't gonna speak now, forever hold your peace. He had years and on top of years to say something. He could have went to the bad boy offices. He could have pressed Diddy when he seen him in public. Like, it's a million things he could have done. Why wait till the man go to jail? Man, Diddy did everything. Everything is Diddy's fault. We already came to that conclusion, y'all. If any hardships you got going on in your life currently or in the past, just blame Diddy for that shit. I'm telling you, you're gonna sleep. You're gonna be great. You're gonna sleep great at night. Whatever you got going on in your life right now, I don't give a fuck if you're going through a divorce. It don't matter if you're homeless. It don't matter if you motherfucking shit. Anything. Just blame Diddy for that shit. Alright, you be alright. Diddy fault. Diddy did that shit. You ain't gotta question nothing else. Just blame Diddy and go to sleep. You gonna wake up feeling great. Cause that's what the fuck these niggas is doing. Ain't nobody taking accountability for nothing they doing. I don't know. I shoot Diddy ass. Diddy play with me. Got time to play. It's like these. That's what I'm saying. These niggas. They grown ass men. You let this man disrespect you because he got money. So basically, what they saying is y'all scared. Y'all scared. I get on Diddy ass. Diddy play with me, man. And I got access to reach him. Man, fuck out of here. Sure Diddy ain't play with everybody. I'm sure some people out here in the world that Diddy ain't played with.
Lady in her mouth and she catching what's it called, the BV souls and all this here. Yeah, she ain't tell her husband that. She had to keep it real on a stand. You understand? So I believe that Blue Eye Man told that lady, you need to get compensated
Hey
for what he
Ma,
done you.
hey Ma, you remember Choppa was on PC? You heard that story? And he was on PC, y'all. So we don't respect people that did time on PC. Off the rip. If you went to PC, yo, then you are untrustworthy. I don't believe nothing you say. That man was on PC, man. All these fucking interviews, you need to answer those questions. Diddy ain't wait till Suge Knight got booked before he started talking either. And man, if Diddy was scared of Suge Knight, Diddy ain't wait till Suge Knight go to jail before Diddy start motherfucking disrespecting him. I fucking hate it. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. He was on PC. Ask anybody in Baltimore that was in that was in Towson, that was in Baltimore County Jail, 2005, 2006. They will tell you that Choppa was on protective custody, man. Facts. It ain't disputed. They all tell you that. Niggas on PC, man. Niggas scared to come out of the cell. That's why he was scared of Diddy. He was scared to come out of the cell. So if you scared of regular people, I'm pretty sure he probably was scared of Diddy. He probably was petrified. He probably was petrified. That nigga 6'5". Look, in Baltimore, we ain't even tall like that. That nigga probably was the tallest nigga in jail on PC.
Because women have a way of
Yeah,
telling
he
the
from New Orleans.
next
His
new
mother from
man
Baltimore.
victimizing stories to make a man feel like, oh yeah, I should do something to him. And that's a blue-eyed man way of getting back at a man. Especially a black man. No offense, Blake, I love you. But especially a black man. You understand? And that's what I feel like happened. Facts. And that is fire. Because that's facts.
And how you feel about Cassie also testifying that Diddy would rub male escorts' DNA on his nipples?
If you're anywhere here in
Yeah,
Pennsylvania,
that nigga was on PC, bro. He was on PC in Towson.
$83.
That nigga was on PC in Towson.
I feel like that shit is diabolical, and I feel like it's nasty work. But see, bro, I can't unsee it. You heard me? Courtesy of how did he get down? We know he's a freaky man. He's a freakazoid. I can't unsee that. I think it's disgusting. I don't think no sane man would do no shit like that, no. But at the end of the day, once you surpass a level of rich for a certain amount of time, you surpass a certain level of wealth for a certain amount of time. You go past the bad black women, then you start having sex with the white women, then the ones you really can't get, the Asian women. You understand? And then you get weird and start dealing with men.
Did he do
that's
what again?
Happens.
Yo, Freddie T, freak offs ain't stopping. I mean, fuck you, freak. Why would Diddy stop freaking off? Freak offs must continue, man. Like I said, we still gotta get Tisa Tells in there. We got a whole lineup for him. We got Tisa Tells, Nancy Grace, the girl from Long Crime Network. Who we missing, y'all? Who the fuck else gotta get a Diddy freak off when he come out? Did we gonna call it All Star Nights? Cassie might even come back. You know, we still trying to see if Cassie coming back or not. But freak offs must continue, man. We ain't stopping freak offs, man. And that freak, why yo? What did he do to you, yo? You got denied a freak off or something? Yeah, Cassie coming back to the freak off, yo. She love that shit. She can't wait till the next one. She gonna come back, apologize. She gonna get Diddy All-Star Nights. 50 Baby Mother probably be there recording. She can't participate though. No, she can't participate. But she can watch.
The higher you go, the more wicked again. You start dealing with men. You understand? And then you still don't consider yourself gay. You understand? So you including a woman with a man, it makes you feel less gay.
Am I having
So
freak offs?
it's not
No.
far-fetched, but it to me it sounds true. I believe it. I don't think Cassie would lie about that.
Yo, we support freak
I
offs
believe
over
on that.
here, man.
Believe that. How you feel about that?
Hey, fuck no. Hey, yo, look, we ain't talking about me. We talking about Diddy. Diddy is a freaky motherfucker, and Diddy likes freak offs. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to, help further the cause, man. I think it's some people that was reporting on Diddy that for all their hard work and effort, the least they can get is a freak off. Least they can get the experience. You know what I mean? They've been reporting on it. They've been lying on it. I think it's only right that we put them in a freak off situation. I think it's only right. After all the lies they told, the Tisa Towers freak off gonna be at the Intercontinental Hotel. Same room the Cassie situation happened in. So she can get the real full effect of, the freak offs and what it's all about. Yeah, for real, it wasn't no kids. It wasn't no kids, y'all. See, that's the thing that people don't understand. These are all grown folks. If they want to freak off, if Diddy want to freak off till he 80, then go the fuck ahead, man. Continue being a freak.
I don't know how to feel about that, man. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think he's that nasty to that extent?
I only had a situation one time, and that was in New York when I was on the road, and I remember telling this story. I told this story. We was in like Soho or something, and
Yeah,
we
Diddy
went to
took
like
that
this
nigga
little
to
party. It
Soho.
was like a white little party, you heard me? And we were like,
Diddy took that nigga to Soho when he talking about Diddy owe him money. Get the fuck out of here, man. Man, get Diddy his motherfucking money, Chop, before we get on your ass, nigga. For nigga send you an invoice, nigga. Get that man Diddy his money, bro. That man lost out, yo. You owe up. Lucky he ain't sued your motherfucking ass.
down some stairs in New York. You go like down some stairs. It's a whole Blade vampire party type. You hear me? But we went down there and we took some white girls and we knocked them down. And I didn't see all that. And that's what I'm gonna say about it. I didn't see Diddy. I guess
Hey,
Diddy
Chelsea. What the fuck are you, Chelsea? You don't think what Tisa Towers did was disrespectful? Come on, Chelsea. Come on, we ain't doing that. You don't think what Tisa Towers did was disrespectful? You don't think it was disrespectful when Tisa tell y'all it was kids involved? That Diddy was raised snitch? That Diddy was taking a plea deal? That Diddy is Lucifer? That Diddy is a devil? You don't think that was disrespectful? No, if we gonna talk disrespect, girl, we gonna that shit gonna have to be even. That girl lied. So it wasn't disrespectful to say Diddy was molesting children. When it was evidence that Diddy wasn't molesting children. I don't think it get no more disrespectful than that. I don't think you can get any more disrespectful than saying that a grown-ass man is out here molesting fucking kids when it was evidence that I seen, I'm sure she seen, and she chose not to report it. She's still pushing that line. I don't want to hear disrespect when it comes to Tisa Towers. I'ma disrespect the shit out of Tisa Towers until the day she fucking come clean and admit that she fucking lied. Other than that, the disrespect of Tisa Tells ain't never gonna stop. Cause she was dead wrong. She was dead wrong. She told y'all it was kids involved. I was in the comments listening. I was in the comments watching. People like, damn, Tisa, what happened with the kids? Where the kids at, Tisa? She couldn't say nothing because she knew good and goddamn well she was lying. And yes, we all getting her a freak off because she deserves it. I think that's all she want anyway. Goddamn lies she told. Blatant lies. Chelsea, come on, don't do that. Chelsea, you fuck with her more than me, man. It's like you fuck with her more than me, man. That's crazy. I've been over here telling you the truth, and you siding with Tisa Tells. I don't understand that, Chelsea. You gotta give me some clarification on that. Tisa Tells been lying the whole time. I've been telling the truth the whole time, and you siding with Tisa Tells. That's crazy. That's crazy, Chelsea. We been rocking too long for that, man. Do Tisa Tells respond? Nope. She don't even respond, man. I respond. We talk. We had conversations. You call me Tisa Tells channel. She won't even say nothing. She won't even respond to you. But you side with her. That's crazy. I don't understand that. That's what they do, eh? Cause I wasn't paying attention to Nancy Grace. I ain't bring Nancy Grace in until I seen she was on the same bullshit. So yeah, she needs one too. She was lying too. They was lying, Chelsea. Like there wasn't people up. They was lying, man. I showed you that. That's why I don't understand how you still riding with them like that. I showed you in documents that they was lying. You still rocking with them. Like that shit is fucking crazy. No, I'm not North Memphis. I ain't telling my opinion because my opinion played out in court. My opinion played out in court. So it wasn't my opinion. I wasn't giving you my opinion. I was giving you facts. I wasn't giving you my opinion. Everything ain't my opinion. My opinion is I do think Tisa Tells need a freak off. I think that'll do her real well. I think she'll calm down. I think she'll stop lying. But no, Chelsea ain't trolling. Chelsea my peoples. Chelsea just get emotional. But when it come down to the things that I was saying, hey, she might have been lying since 1998, Chelsea. You might need to go back and fact check her. I used to watch Nancy Grace too before I got in the media and realized how this shit worked. You know what I mean? I used to watch Nancy Grace probably like 10 years ago. But once I got in media and I realized how this shit worked, yo, you got to question these people, man. These people ain't what you think. They're not truth seekers like that. You know what I mean? They're on this bitch lying and chasing clout. They're not really into the truth. We might gotta look that up, Chelsea. But that don't mean she's telling the truth though. You see what I'm saying? She using that. Let's say she never lost the case. She's using that as a catalyst to say, look, I know what I'm talking about. But she didn't know what she was talking about. She didn't know what she was talking about. If she was telling you that Diddy was done, then she didn't know what she was talking about, because I was telling you that she wasn't, Chelsea. Like, that's what I'm saying. How are you siding with them? I was telling you that he wasn't done. And look what happened. He ain't done. Like, I don't get that, man. I don't understand that. That don't make sense to me, Chelsea. I don't understand that. How is it that I've been telling you the truth the whole time? You see the truth, but you referencing them. You need to go over there and reference me. Like, hey, Nancy, you need to tap into KBG News. I say all mainstream media. Hey, Charles, you should be over there at Tisa Tells channel. Like, hey, Tisa, you need to tap into. If you want to get more accurate information, you need to tap into KeepItG News, man. If you want to give your viewers the truth, man, tap KeepItG News talking that shit. You might not agree, but it's facts. You know, you ain't always gotta agree with reality. You know, some people. It's facts though. I ain't never lied. I never lied. Everything I said about this case played out in court. They was telling y'all that Diddy was freaking off with the industry. I said, yo, Diddy freaked off with his girlfriends. They didn't freak off with the industry. What about Meek Mills? Come on, Chelsea, you was here for some of that. Go back and look at the old videos when I was arguing with the people about it. I'm like, yo, Diddy didn't freak off with the industry. He only did it with his girlfriends, man. That's it and that's all. Just his girlfriends. And it wasn't even at the time, it was only one victim. People like, well, how do you know that? Like, oh, because it's in documents. It's only one victim. Then they came back with the other two victims. But then Diddy defense team filed a motion saying that the feds was lying about victim number 3. And guess what happened? Victim number 3 never testified. All this was in documents, man. It was all in documents. Victim number 3 never testified because you know why? Because victim number 3 was always in defense of Diddy. Was always in defense of Diddy. So when people was like, damn, why, what's her name? Jen, why she ain't testify? I knew she wasn't testifying months ago because Diddy defense lawyer said she wasn't testifying. At the time, the prosecution haven't even talked to her. Because she was in defense of Diddy. The prosecution ain't even talked to her, man, but they was putting her in paperwork as a victim. Do we got to go back to it? Do we got to go back to the paperwork? Because we always seem to have to. I don't even feel like reading this late. I don't feel like reading that shit. But, we got videos on it. We got videos on it. I'm talking when it was motions. What you mean you can't beat the feds? No, man, who do you think the feds is? They prosecutors, they regular people, man. You can beat the feds. There's a lot of people that beat the feds. People beats the feds, man. Like, they ain't... Nah, I don't know, man. And you gotta take Adderalls and ketamine. I mean, freak offs are high intense. I mean, you can't just do no freak off sober. Hell no, man. You gotta be full of drugs, man. I mean, freak offs ain't for the weak. I told you, Chelsea. I already explained that to you, Chelsea. Hey Chelsea, check this out, right? If you had $1 million, right? If you was an influencer or an entertainer, right? And you had $20 million, you had investments, you had people you had sponsors, you had all of this, right? And one of your friends, not a real close friend, you know, but you took pictures with him. You know, it's one of your industry friends, not like your day one friends, but one of your industry friends that you highlight. Got arrested, right? And the whole time while this person got arrested, the media was telling the world that, yo, this person molests children. Would you put it all on the line? Would you say, man, fuck that, I know he ain't molesting children, or she ain't molesting children? Or you gonna stay quiet? That was a media play, Chelsea. That's the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing to do to separate somebody from everybody is to say, yo, this person's a pedophile. Nobody wants to touch that. Nobody wants to touch that. I put my credibility on the line because I read the lawsuits. Most people ain't gonna do the work. Ain't nobody gonna say, man, fuck, he ain't no motherfucking pedophile. That's my man, that's my guy, that's my girl. They just gonna sit back and don't say nothing. Is it right? No. But it's a play. Chelsea my people, y'all. They kinda care about Chelsea because Chelsea come over here. I don't go back and forth with everybody. But people that supporters of the channel and watch most of my videos, because I want us to have an understanding. Because Chelsea need to understand that she's wrong. I mean, and she need to move past that and understand, and get on board to what's really going on. Yeah, but everybody not like that though, Chelsea. Everybody ain't gonna carry it like that. Yeah, you would hope people would do that, but most people, I don't know. I ain't being mean. Trust my peoples. Most people is not gonna say nothing, especially when it's money on the line, especially when it's sponsors and deals on the line. They because you seen what was going on. If a motherfucker would have came out and supported Diddy, social media would have went into an uproar. You heard me? Oh shit, he's supporting a pedophile. Yeah, I would be upset. I would be upset. Diddy is upset. Diddy gonna come home with a vengeance. Like, oh, these people that turned his back on, they're not getting away with that shit, man. Because somebody should have said something. Like I said something. You know what I mean? I don't even know Diddy. I just said something because I knew it was bogus. Because I read the paperwork. And I seen the media manipulation. Like I seen when they was telling y'all, when they was confusing people with the Diddy parties. First, let's backtrack. They made Diddy parties the problem. Diddy parties was never the problem. You had people in the comments, you went to a Diddy party. Like, yo, shit, ain't nothing wrong with no Diddy party. Diddy parties wasn't never the issue. The Diddy parties was never in question. It was Diddy freak-offs the whole time. But mainstream media confused the two. They made them the same. But they knew they wasn't the same, because I knew they wasn't the same. Everybody over here knew they wasn't the same. If you was over here watching us from the beginning, you knew the parties and the freak-offs was not the same. It was two different situations. But the media ran the play and made it one. So you got pictures of Diddy with all these celebrities at these parties. Now mainstream media is saying, yo, the parties they having freak-offs at. So hey, everybody got to back off. It was a play, man. Diddy ain't ready to start talking. Chelsea, you be tripping. All right, Chelsea. You crazy motherfucker. They would have been talk. I should have worked for the defense. Worked for no motherfucking prosecution. Nigga, I never worked for no prosecution. But yeah, that was the play, man. They ran plays. They hit you with the fake lawsuits. The lawsuits had kids in it, 17-year-old this, 13-year-old that. They ran a play on Diddy. That's why I was taking up for him. It wasn't because of Diddy and who he is. Diddy probably a horrible person. I'm sure he is. It was the fact that media manipulated people into believing lies. That's why I took up for Diddy. That's why I still take up for Diddy. That's why I clown these guys, because I think they was part of the play. I think Choppa was part of the play. I think James Deere was part of the play. I think Tisa Tells was part of the play. I think Nancy Grace was part of the play. I think Law and Crime Network was part of the play. I think Jaguar Wright was part of the play. That's why I be coming after these motherfuckers, man, because that's fucked up to do. You understand what I'm saying? You really out here slandering the man, putting wild allegations on the man, and it's all based off lies and rumors and falsehoods. It was a prosecution overreach. Facts. I know, man. It's fucked up. Chelsea wasn't believing magic. I don't know why she wasn't believing. I don't know what. All you gotta do is go back and look at the old videos. Look at the Tony Busby lawsuits. We read all that shit. That's all you gotta do. We read that shit, man, and it was all lies. It was fabricated. Just like this nigga. Lying ass nigga.
His picks and chooses of how he get down. Around dudes that's from the streets, I don't think, just my opinion, Diddy was going to go on that type of level. Unless he felt like he was on that type of level, you heard me? Because I would have killed Diddy. And that's just facts. I would have been in New York right now, Rikers Island, murder. Triple murder. I would have killed that nigga 3 times. So I feel like Diddy has his picks and chooses of how freaky he go. But I can't unsee that. I can't say Cassie's lying about Diddy. Telling her to have sex with a man ejaculate, when he ejaculate, take the cum, give it to me, and rub it on me. I can't unsee that. I think she's keeping it real, son. I think that's wild business. I think it's wild magnolia. I think it's brutal barone. That's great. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm trying to compose myself, but I can't.
I take care of mom and dad, 72 and 79. And one day, as I just saw Amherst, I called the office saying, no, it's 2 weeks later. I'm receiving a check every week. I like how they take care of caregivers. I'm speechless, seriously.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the final MVP.
NBA 2K26. Ball over
The
everything.
thing is, yo, I done seen. I done seen.
That's so.
He enjoying that shit. See, I'm from Baltimore, yo. Like, you know what I mean? I done seen the justice system, yo, do a lot of dirty things to people, man. Like, I would never, ever, 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 ever praise the justice system. Unless they just attacking pedophiles. You know what I mean? I done seen this system do some wild things to people, man. You feel me? Like, so for these guys that like him, that claim he know and he in the mix and he been around and he been arrested himself. So for yo to sit back and now you praising the fact that this system is coming down on a man and you know how this system work, yo, that's a bitch to me, man. Like, he can never get no respect. You know what I mean? He can never get no respect. Like, if we out here, and that's the thing that pissed me off the most with this Diddy shit, and that's why I can't let it go. You really had black men and women praising the justice system like they got it right. When do they ever get it right? When do the justice system ever, yo, they hardly ever get it right. Yo, this was a malicious prosecution from the start. From the start, I said, yo, they trying to damage the jury pool with these frivolous ass lawsuits. They dropped a lawsuit, 2 lawsuits right before sentencing. Yo, if that didn't tell you what this shit was about, I don't know what else you needed to see. They dropped 2 lawsuits on this man right before sentencing. People should have been like, yo, what the fuck is this? Right before the, not sentencing, right before the case went to the jury. The whole trial lawsuit stopped. As soon as the case is over and it's ready to go to the jury, 2 new Tony Busby lawsuits. Yo, this was a play, man. A dirty play. And the people that wanted Diddy arrested, y'all supported that shit, man. Y'all almost allowed media to manipulate y'all into saying a black man from America buried by the system. That's what the fuck y'all participated in. It's like voting for the 3 strikes law all over again. My thing is, y'all, you gotta stop letting media manipulate y'all into and mold y'all thinking without using your own common sense, without using your own insight. Like, yo, we got a chance to run our own platforms and push our own narratives. So I'm never gonna go with mainstream unless they tell the truth. Why the fuck, like, what the, if that's why I say, it'll be leery of the content creators that run with the mainstream media narrative. Don't trust them niggas. Don't trust them. Something ain't right. You just gonna agree with everything mainstream media say. No, man, you compromise. You compromise, especially if you're a black person. Mainstream media fucked y'all over, man. Had everybody going into this trial believing a lie. Thought it was going to be kids involved. Thought it was going to be other entertainers involved. None of that was true. Yeah, mainstream media dirty. I don't. Cat Williams was just. Cat Williams is a comedian, man. Cat Williams is a comedian. You know, they didn't have a case. It just was an overreach. Hey, Chelsea, where you see that? He didn't say that. He didn't say that. Well, you know, George, why social media. The game plan was to kill him. The game plan was to kill him in public opinion. That was the game plan. We kill him in public opinion. We kill him in court. Hey, Chelsea, you watched that interview. You talking about the what, another George spoke out? You talking about the alternative George? Yeah, that's always, they run the same plays. Yo, they did it to MJ, they did it to R. Kelly, they did it to Bill Cosby. That's the game plan. That's why we got to put out the Surviving Cassie documentary. It's a must. Somebody need to do it. I ain't got time to do it. If I had time like I used to put out a Surviving Cassie documentary, I would. Somebody need to do that shit. It'll go viral. You'll make a whole lot of money. But the shit that they doing, yo, the media. No, this ain't about Diddy. This ain't shit. This ain't got nothing to do with Diddy. This got everything to do with mainstream media lying and manipulating people into believing lies. You know what I mean? They manipulate people into believing lies. He was an alternative. It was after sentencing. He ain't speak out till after the sentence came down. I mean, not sentencing. Well. Chelsea, they've been moving uncharacteristic though the whole trial. Since when did they start releasing transcripts during trial? They had the sex workers doing interviews. They did interviews during trial. The Punisher got off the stand and went to a Vlad TV interview. None of that was normal. Court transcripts don't get released to after trial. This was a trial. This is a trial of public opinion, man. They tried the case in public opinion. It was just luckily for Diddy, the jurors seen through it. The jurors was able to separate the facts from the lies, and they came down with the right verdict. The verdict was right. All Diddy did was transport prostitutes to engage in sex. That's all he did. He didn't sex traffic. It wasn't no criminal enterprise. It wasn't none of that. Nah, but Chuck, when have we ever seen that? You never seen that before. When Trenches News and FBG Butter testified on O-Block, they didn't start doing interviews till after this shit was over. They weren't doing interviews mid-trial. The court transcripts didn't come out till after the case was over.
Crazy, but say, bruh, you know, his preface is his preface, yeah. But look, it's still not a crime, Mighty. No matter how that sound is diabolical, heavens yes. Something that I would participate in, heavens no. But at the end of the day, it's still not a crime, brother. But I'm listening. Proceed. Diabolical, no doubt about it, though, baby. Diabolical, brother. He probably mixed the sperm on his nipples with the baby oil too, huh?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's true or
We gonna
not.
call
Yo.
that.
They don't nobody even know if that. Yo, Cassie lied on the stand several times. Nobody even knows if this is true. But this was a slander campaign, y'all. That's all it was, y'all. And that's what I've been telling y'all from the beginning. Yo, I'm like, remember I said this months ago. I said, I don't think they really want Diddy to go to jail. This is a slander campaign. And people participated in it. People helped forward it. This was a takedown of a black man with power. That's what this was, man. And it just pissed me off that black people couldn't see through it. Just like we couldn't see through the fucking crack epidemic. Just like we couldn't see through mass incarceration. It's like we out this bitch walking around blindly. They just running the same plays on us over and over and over and over and over. And we just fall for them bitches. We just fall for them bitches. Yo, let's go back to this again. Let me show y'all the media. I always reference this video because this video says a lot to me. Just look at this, man. This video says so much to me about the media and how they run plays on the black community. AK's confession. No, this commentary is real. They don't get no realer than Keeper G News. You must be new here. If you was watching Keeper G News from the beginning, you'd have been on the right side of history instead of the wrong side. Let me show y'all. Look at this. I always gotta go back to this video because this was some egregious work. Listen to the media, man, and how they trick people with this motherfucking with these numbers in the heroin epidemic, and how dope fiend had to commit this many crimes to support their habit. These are made up numbers. There's no figures to back up these numbers. Fuck that shit up. Here you go. Look at this. Do y'all agree with this? Diddy is innocent, okay? No, we don't support Black Lives Matter over here, David. See, that's more media propaganda. Motherfucker think everybody black support Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter was a play. Don't support that shit over here, man. I smack a motherfucking Black Lives Matter representative. If they ever walk down the street, I'm on. Fucking Black Lives Matter, nigga. Come over here talking that shit. Look at this. Baltimore War on Drugs, 1984. Listen to this commentary, y'all. And let me know, do this make sense? This is the same plays they run. They use black people to do it. The same plays they've been running since the 80s and the 70s, they running in 2025, and we still can't see through them bitches.
Much of Baltimore's crime problem is caused by drug addicts and drug dealers. Some officials estimate that 80% of personal property crime is drug-related. But Jack Bowden reports that in Baltimore City, law enforcement has been winning some major battles in the war on drugs.
Listen to this, y'all.
Drug dealers operate openly on many streets in Baltimore, often using what appears to be innocent handshakes to exchange drugs for money. But the dealers use many other techniques as well. This car full of people, secretly videotaped by us, is actually like a mobile drugstore, police say, with the roof used as a counter across which drugs and money change hands. Okay. Lots of drugs and lots of money. Undercover police, who also videotaped this operation, eventually moved in and shut it down. But similar drug transactions are repeated every day in every part of Baltimore. However, the arrest and conviction of drug dealers during the past year exceeded previous years. Police Commissioner Frank Battaglia established a special narcotics task force in 1981. Since then, the police have made 24,000 drug arrests, but almost half of those arrests were made last year alone.
And I feel that by continuing on the drive with narcotics,
listen to this lie that they told black people. This is a fucking huge lie. Listen to this lie.
Crime will come in again this year with about a 6% decrease.
The average heroin addict commits 248 crimes a year, working 5 days.
Where the fuck did they get that? Where did they get this figure from? Is there any statistical data that ever backed up this figure? Look at this. This is on the news, y'all. This is how they trick black people. And it's saying we need tougher laws on crime. Look at where did they get this from? Where's the chart that backs up these findings? This is a fucking lie, man.
The average heroin
And
addict
look,
commits 248 crimes a year, working 5 days a week to support his or her.
And look, and listen to how they explain it. Listen how they explain how they came up with this figure.
And 48 crimes a year, working 5 days a week to support his or her habit.
You take an individual with a 100-hour-a-day habit, he needs $36,000 a year in order to support that habit, which means he has to steal over $100,000 worth of goods.
Yo, does that make sense to
Captain
people?
Joseph Newman, who as commander of the Vice Squad, runs the...
Does that make sense to people? Listen to this nigga again. Listen to this guy, y'all. He said this on the news. Black people ate it up. Agreed with it. This shit sounds foolish.
her habit.
You take an individual with a 100-hour-a-day habit, he needs $36,000 a year in order to support that habit, which means he has to steal over $100,000 worth of goods.
Captain Joseph.
Yo, come on, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. So they only getting hired 5 days a week. So in the other 2 days, are they working? Like, what are they doing? It's 7 days in a week. What are they doing the other 2 days? Is that $100 a day holding them? Is the $100 they make on Friday holding them off till Monday? This is a fucking lie, man. No, okay, what I'm trying to show you is the media did the same shit with Diddy. They told you it was kids involved. Wasn't no kids involved. The media lies, man. They lie. Black people ate this shit up.
Newman, who as commander of the Vice Squad runs the police commissioner's narcotics task force, points out that among those arrested last year were 15 of the city's major drug dealers, equal the number arrested in the 2 previous years combined.
And I think that does have a significant impact on drug trafficking in the city.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars have also been seized, and so have cars belonging to drug dealers, a move spearheaded by State's Attorney Kurt Schmoke. Schmoke also
They always use a black man in the door or a black person in the door. Yo, this shit solved nothing. All I did was make more problems. Let me show you another one. Let me show you the AIDS play that they ran on the black community. The HIV play. Show you the HIV play they ran. Fuck that shit up. Drugs. I think that shit was on his Instagram page. Kids with guns. Look, check this out. Kids with guns. What year was this? They've been running plays on it. It's just sad that we don't see them. Like, we always wait till it's too late. Oh, man, we gotta start calling that shit out in real time, man. Can't keep waiting till it's too late. Till the damage already done.
For the inner city kid, when the weather gets warm, the neighborhood playground is the social and recreational spot. But lately, the playground has become the spot for violence.
You know of any guys who bring guns out to the playground? Yeah, I know people that play with them, you know. And, I don't like being around them because it might go off and it might kill somebody.
Earlier this week, somebody killed Avon Freeman's friend, Craig Cromwell. So Avon knows how dangerous things have become, especially after dark, and especially after the wrong guys come around.
Why do they feel like they have to bring it out to the playground? To make them bad. To make them bad. You got a gun, they supposed to be bad. That's why I'm trying to get my game in and get close to home as possible, where I feel a little bit safe.
Why they don't do these type of interviews no more? Because it was a fucking play. They was pushing the agenda. Where's the fucking HIV shit? Is this it? I think this it right here. They was oh, this ain't it. They was going around giving fiends Clorox wipes. Clorox wipes. Saying that it was going to stop the contraction of HIV. Meanwhile, no statistical data backs that up. So they had fiends thinking that they was being safe while they was getting high, and they could have possibly been transporting HIV to each other. And you wonder how it became a problem. Like, man, y'all better stop listening to these people, man. Y'all better stop listening to these people, man. They're putting them on YouTube now, so you don't know who's who. But I'm going to tell you how you spot them. If they're running with the same agenda as mainstream media, don't trust them. That's how you spot them. If they're running with the same agenda as mainstream media, don't trust them. I think it's on this Instagram. Juvenile crime rate in Baltimore, 1984. They running that playback again. I'm just saying, man. These people lie. Stop believing them. Yeah, but Diddy not a sex trafficker, though. Okay. I ain't saying Diddy's a fucking Diddy. I know Diddy ain't no saint, but Diddy didn't sex traffic nobody. Diddy didn't molest children. You know what I mean? That was my issue with the whole situation. The man didn't molest children. The media told y'all the man molested children, man. I can't find that shit. Damn, man. Can't fucking find it. You shouldn't get life in prison just for being a bad person. There's a lot of bad people out here. We just gonna start giving motherfuckers life for being a bad person. They try to get that man life in prison, man. They tried to give him life in prison, which was bogus. I'm trying to find a phone right down. I can't fucking find it. But they was going around the city giving people Clorox wipes. Talk about, yeah, be safe. The whole time they was transporting HIV. And you wonder how HIV became a thing. How it was an outbreak in our community. Cause they did this shit. They did this shit. Intentionally. Wasn't never no statistical data that backs the shit up. Well, never no data that backs it up. Is this the same video? Let me see. Yeah, man, but that shit on his Instagram page. I can't find it, but I showed it before. Yeah, I showed it before. I can't find it now. But yeah, I'm just saying, man, be careful, man, the shit that you consume. You know what I mean? And just because it's coming from a platform that got 1 million subscribers or 100,000 or 500,000, that don't mean they credible. You know what I mean? Stop believing that. Don't believe the hype. That don't mean they credible. That don't mean what they say is truthful, even if they say they got legal sources. You know what I mean? Because I got legal sources too. You know what I mean? If you're new to the channel, know Keep It G News. I got legal sources. I got experts. I got people close to the situation. I got everything everybody else say they got. You know, but my people don't lie. You understand what I'm saying? So, watch what you believe, man. Watch what you consume, man. 'Cause these people are lie to you for views, man. They lie to you to push your agenda. And when it came down to Diddy and all this shit they had with Diddy, it wasn't really never about defending Diddy. It was about defending the truth versus lies. And the mental manipulation that mainstream media does to people. And had people believing shit that ain't true. And they never apologize for it. They just transition out of it. I don't know. We still looking for Choppa. I don't know. Have you seen him, Barry? Like, I don't know. We've been looking for the nigga for like at least a week now. I don't know where the fuck he at. Somebody said they my source has been trying to get in contact with him for me. Said they ain't even heard from him. We was looking for Jaguar right a couple days ago, but we found her. She was hiding out. She thought she was slick. We spotted her. Now we looking for Choppa. We ain't seen him. We need an interview update. You know, post Diddy trial. I need to hear from him. But shit, I'm ready to take my ass to bed, y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped. That's a damn shame when they got 35 likes. That's just fucking ridiculous. But it is what it is, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It's another day of Keep It G News, and I'm out. If he don't, what you say? If he does get out his image, it's toast. What you talking about, Chelsea? Skystar, what's up? Hey, David, you on some bullshit. But yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you watch this on a replay, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. It's mandatory. What you mean? If Diddy do what, his image is toast. They already killed his image. Diddy had never recovered from this, image-wise. Like, his image is tarnished forever. Like, whenever people hear Diddy name or see Diddy, you gonna be like, man, that's that old freaky ass nigga. You feel that? That's the first thing. That's old freaky ass. Like, he's gonna forever be known as the freaky old nigga. You know what I mean? That enjoy freak offs that lasted for days. Which is nothing wrong with it, you know. They all considered grown adults, but it is abnormal. You feel me? But they do a freaky ass nigga, man. Yeah, like what can you say, man? There's a lot of freaky motherfuckers out here. Adam 22 freaky as a bitch too. They gonna hit his ass with a Rico. Shannon Sharp a freaky ass motherfucker. Is Shannon Sharp getting a Rico next? Like, man, that shit was bogus, man. Shit was bogus. Yo, but I'm ready to go. Y'all, it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all gotta take my ass to bed. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's another day. Keep It G News, and I'm out.